Hi, I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4 Spotlight. Today's Spotlight is on the HOSA program, Future Health Professionals at Stagg High School. And we're very lucky. On my left, we've got one of the co-sponsors, Matt Sipe. On my right, we've got Cheyenne and Gerda. So we're going to talk about what HOSA is, and then they have a big event coming up later this spring. So before we get to that, Coach, I want to ask you for a little bit about your background. We were talking earlier, you're a little bit new to the club, right?
Yes, I've been here only about 6 months in the club, teaching 23 years here at Stagg High School, teaching science, so I wanted to be part of something where I see the students past high school, moving on to health profession fields, something that we talk about in class all the time.
Okay, there is a natural connection, right, between HOSA. So I'm going to have to quiz you right now.
Bring it.
All right, you've been sponsoring for 6 months. I'm sure it's fresh and without looking at your shirts or sweatshirts. What does HOSA stand for?
Yeah, so HOSA stands for Health Occupations Students of America.
Okay. All right, so now...
Did I do good?
Yeah, you passed that. Quiz one, all right, you got the first question. The second one, what's the purpose of HOSA? Like, why... how is it involved in their co-curricular activity? Why is it important for them? What's the mission of the club?
Yeah, so teaching biology for such a long time, a lot of students stress how they want to go in the medical field. This program that Ms. Pila has sponsored by herself for a long time, and she's the brains behind it, allows students to connect with different professions besides just nursing and doctors, because that's what a lot of students think that there is in the medical field. And so she's brought forth this club to showcase students' talents not only in skills, but speaking and presentations that allow them to venture out and see, hey, I could do radiology, hey, I can do like making posters and clinical stuff, and a lot of skills the students are going to see coming up, a lot of skill stuff. And so it just connects them with what potentially they can do past high school.
Okay, you bring up a really good point. We think of doctors and nurses, but that's like the tip of an iceberg in terms of options. And actually, you're both probably going to speak to that a little bit. So, and lady, maybe you can do that for us. Talk about, you have a competition coming up. We want to talk about that first. But what part of, we'll talk about the activities and the things you do in the HOSA Club, and then what part you're interested in within it. Is that?
Yeah. With HOSA, there's many events that people can compete in, like health professions, health sciences. There's also some scholarship awards too that people can compete in too. And when we first begin our club in the beginning of the school year, we let people know that there's so much you can choose from. If you want to do a speech, if you just want to do a written test, if you just want to do a skill set, something specific to your profession, or just make a presentation, there's so much that you can do. And sometimes it's not even directly connected to the medical field. It's just life skills. We have job seeking skills where you make a resume for yourself, which is something you just need in general for life. And then when you compete at state, you just get an interview by someone, and that's how you're graded. So there's just so much HOSA can offer to people who are interested in the medical field or who aren't even interested at all.
It sounds like there's a wide variety of ways for students to participate, and obviously the learning and the skill set that they're learning, but also beginning to develop something resume-like in that profession. Gerda, what about you? What part of HOSA are you interested in?
Well, I'm the sophomore representative, so I represent the sophomores and I help with the other board members and the other students in HOSA. But in terms of professions, I'm interested in going into dermatology, plastic surgery, or something with pediatrics.
Okay, and then Cheyenne, how about you?
When I first applied for college, I just said specifically being a nurse. But now I'm applying to more colleges. I'm more interested in becoming a doctor, specifically OBGYN.
Okay. Do you think HOSA kind of expanded that horizon for you? Is that?
Yeah, most definitely, because I've been in HOSA for 3 years and I've competed in so many different events. And by researching with so many different careers, it really pushed me to want to go beyond just being a nurse and hopefully becoming a doctor.
I like it. I like that experience that kind of broadens that view of what you could be. So have you had several competitions already? Is that?
So what occurred just probably about a month or two ago were individual tests to see if the students would make it to state. So these tests were done online and administered for 1 week only, and that was across the state. And so then they were graded, and the students then found out if they made it to the state competition in Springfield. And one of the things, too, I forgot to mention is that Forensics is a big thing that's done down at state where they have to figure out a crime scene. And then biotechnology. So some fields that are expanding, not just doctors and nurses, like we said. So things that are out there that students might be interested in.
Okay, and so maybe that's a good transition where I was going to head. So you're both competing downstate, right? And that's coming up pretty soon. So can you tell us what you're competing in and what you'll be doing at the competition in Springfield?
Yeah, I'm going to be competing in clinical nursing and mental health promotion. And with clinical nursing, I'm going to be they're going to choose a random skill for me to do, and I have to know how to do it and present the skill to them while talking them through the steps of what I'm going to do and how I'm going to administrate it. And then also with mental health promotion, I'm prelims and going to stay. I'm working with my team, and we're going to be promoting mental health to athletes and giving presentations, making bigger events to hopefully get our message across how important it is for mental health for athletes and how it's okay to talk about that. And after we promote our campaign, we're going to present that at state and hopefully win something.
All right, good luck. I hope you get that. And when you said the nursing skill thing, you'll be performing something on a mannequin, I take it, but you have no idea what that is.
Yeah, for state, they give us a list like doffing and doning, doing injections and stuff like that. And so also during this period, we're practicing that and making sure that we know the ins and out of it. And then when we're at state, they just pick a random one and we just go in the room and just do it.
Okay. Good luck. Sounds a little stressful. But good. How about you? What do you compete in at state?
Well, I'm competing in clinical specialty and prepared speaking. So for clinical specialty, the event centers around choosing a health profession that you're interested in and doing some research about it. So this year I chose a plastic surgeon because that's what I'm interested in. And the first step to it is creating a written portfolio about that career. So that involves writing about the education path to achieving it, the responsibilities, skills, and things of such nature. And the second part of it is choosing a skill in that specialty. So for plastic surgery, that would be something maybe injections, and you have to basically create a skills checklist for that specialty and perform it in a video. And then at state, basically you present your research, your knowledge of that career, and demonstrate the video. And for prepared speaking, there's a theme each year and the theme changes. So this year it's powered by the people. So we create a speech based on that topic and then present it to the judges as well.
No stress at all. I get this is a high-level competition. It sounds like. Again, good luck, and good luck to your teammates. I'm sure you have a great experience down there. Let's turn away from the club for just a second. Do you do any other clubs or activities or sports at Stagg?
Yeah, I'm on the exec board for debate, and I'm also on the exec board for BLESS, which is a Black support group here at Stagg. Yeah.
And you have time to go to class too.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm also in debate, and I do speech, mathletes, and DECA, and I also run cross country.
Wow, these are some busy students here. All right, full-timers. How about this, favorite subject in school? I'm going to be shocked if it's not the subject in my brain right now, but Coach is giving you a clue here.
Because he taught it to me, biology, but also, even though I complain about it, chemistry.
Okay.
I would have to agree. I like science, so definitely biology and chemistry.
Okay, well, that's a good try. The correct answer would have been English. I was an English teacher, but no. No, but science, and I get it. For your career interests, it's a great subject area to pursue. How about, go to your sophomore, but I'm going to put it to you anyway, and please enjoy your senior year, enjoy the next 2 years. But are you thinking about post-high school, what it looks like where you're headed or what you might study?
For some schools, I already got admitted for nursing, which is really great.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then for some other schools, I'm going on a pre-med track with biology as my major. So hopefully I try and go that way route.
All right, good luck, a future doctor,
Thank
right?
you.
Well, I still have a few years, but I've been thinking about it, and I know that I want to be either a doctor or plastic surgeon. So thinking of going to university for undergrads and then going to med school. But
Again, good luck. All right, and then how about final couple questions for everybody again. You know, is there something that you've really enjoyed about HOSA, like, you know, whether the past few years or this year, or and also, what do you like best about being part of the club or the organization or sponsoring it? Coach, you want to take it first?
Yeah, sure. I mean, again, just like coaching or sponsoring, you get to see the students outside of the classroom where their interests are their interests, not what you present in the classroom. So they shine a lot more outside. And it's been great for me because a lot of these students, I teach upper level, you know, junior, seniors, so I don't get to see some of the freshmen anymore or sophomores. So it's nice to get to interact with those students, see that their career path is something that I'm interested in as well, and hopefully guide them not only in the educational part, but also, you know, like we were talking about life skill part too, and get them to where they want to go.
That is a special opportunity, especially in a club like this where you see them in a career path and it's a passion, and so it's a whole different dynamic in terms of how you see that person compared to the student who's forced to sit in a classroom for a subject may or may not be excited about. How about, what do you like best about it, or, you know, the best experience you've had with it?
Specifically, what I like about it is that with Ms. Pila, she really lets the students on the exec board take control of everything that's happening. Like with fundraisers, she just lets us know that we need to have one, but we are the ones who decide which fundraisers that we're doing. For meetings, she lets us know that we need to have one, but we control what we're talking about in the meeting, what we're handing out at the meetings, and stuff like that. So I really like how it's more so on the students and our responsibility to communicate with the other students too. So I really like that aspect. And another thing I really like is being at state, because you're with so many different schools in Illinois HOSA and competing in the same events. So it's really nice to connect with other people outside from your school who's all around like Illinois HOSA and just Illinois in general. Because there's some people who's all the way from the South who I would not even like know how to connect to, but it was really great having to do that. So I really love it.
It sounds like a great opportunity to be empowered that way, but also the connections that you get to make that you wouldn't normally get to make, right? Yeah, good. How about for you?
I agree with what Cheyenne said about the board and making connections. With the board, I get to engage with students like Cheyenne, who's a senior, and I wouldn't have known otherwise. And with part of that, I get to help other students who are new to HOSA or who are not sure about pursuing a career in medicine, and I get to guide them and help them achieve something. And in that way, I make connections with others. And also with the state leadership conference, same thing. I get to meet with other students from other schools, and it's a fun experience, like staying overnight with the other high schoolers and other people from your school and building that connection for a few days. Or even at the International Leadership Conference, which I went to this summer, I got to meet people from other states and even other countries, such as China or Puerto Rico, which I would not have known otherwise. And it's just fun to make those connections and get to know others. And it's that one thing that connects you, that passion for medicine.
I say a lot of great things going on, and you know, and when you mention, you know, the connections, the empowerment, and obviously the skills within a career path you're interested, but that you can also have fun doing it, right? I mean, that's wonderful. Well, good luck in Springfield. Good luck in Springfield, Coach. I hope you have fun. I hope Stagg does super, you know, well, and you guys have a great experience. All right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm Dave Worsley. You've been watching PHTV4 Spotlight. Today's Spotlight has been on the HOSA Club at Stagg High School. Thank you for watching.